Hey, what's going on, guys? And today we will be discussing the bombs Microsoft have been dropping with confirmation of the Xbox Series S and tons of other info as well. So let's just get right into it with the biggest news. Like I said, the Series S, or as I like to call it, the meme machine, but we'll talk about that later. Anyway, so yes, the Series S was officially announced Tuesday morning or somewhere around there, and there's a lot to discuss. As previously leaked, it will be significantly smaller than the Series X, but have surprisingly most of the same features that the Series X offers for a lot less. It will be priced at a very customer-appealing $299 US compared to the Series X, which also got a price announcement of $499 US. So what features will you be losing with the Series S? Well, like I said, not too much, at least with performance. For resolution, it will be 1440p and 4K. However, the 4K on the Series S would mean the games would be upscaled to 4K, not necessarily the true resolution, which isn't exactly the same as the Series X because that can push out an 8K resolution, but I can't really imagine too many people actually using it considering the display that you would need to experience it, and also the performance loss you will get as well, like loss in FPS. Speaking of FPS, it will still be capable of also pushing out 120 FPS, most likely only if it would be playing on a display less than 1440p resolution, 1080p for example, which can also be found with the Series X. The size of the Series S is its most obvious appearance change. Quoting from Microsoft, the Series S will be nearly 60% smaller than the Series X, and they also had a little animation of how the Series S looks inside of the Series X, which is probably what you're seeing now, and that is one small next-gen console that can still play all the newest games. The next most obvious appearance change is that there is no optical disc drive with the Series S, so all games will have to be digital. In addition to all the new features and spec announcements, we have been given word on what the storage and memory situation of the Series S will look like. For internal storage, the Series S will be rocking a 512GB PCIe Gen 4 SSD with probably the same or very similar read and write speeds as the Series X. However, the Series X will have a 1TB PCIe Gen 4 SSD, so like I said, very similar already, except for the size. For external storage, both consoles will have the support for the 1TB expansion SSD, as well as support for external hard drives, either of which most people will probably need to pick up if you plan to have more than like 10 decent sized games on your console, especially with the Series S. As for memory, the Series S will have 10GB of GDDR6 RAM with a memory bandwidth of 8GB at 224GB per second and 2GB at 56GB per second. Comparing it to the Series X, that will have 16GB of GDDR6 RAM with a memory bandwidth of 10GB at 560GB per second and 6GB at 336GB per second. And lastly, the release date of both consoles were announced as well. November 10th of this year will be the date that both consoles launch, and pre-orders start on September 22nd. Now, I didn't go over exactly all of the specs, such as the number of teraflops and CPU speed and all that, so I will leave a link in the description to all of the news if you guys want to check that out. Anyway, let's take to Twitter and take a look at the memes. Alright, okay, yeah, we're already starting to see them. So I've already seen a few, obviously. I mean, I couldn't help myself. So we have the classic grill. Be funny if they put a George Foreman on it or something. That would be pretty great. We have this one. This is probably the best. It's the speaker that you talk in at a drive-thru. Oh my god, I can't. Okay, we have the classic plankton as well. I've seen that one. I don't know what that is. I probably should. Oh, yep. This one's hilarious too. Oh, this was this was Corsair's mock-up that they did. They put an RGB fan instead of a regular fan. There's this one. I don't know what movie that's from, and I feel like I should. Oh my god. Are you freaking kidding me? Yeah, that's about right. Oh, the drying machine. Or washer. I don't know what that is, actually. This one gets me every time. I'm sorry. I cannot. How do you not laugh at that? That is hilarious. Spot on. Oh, we have the Minion from Brian Altano from IGN. They're pretty good. I mean, I kind of took all the fun out of it because I wasn't really reacting to all of them. I sort of saw most of them, but I saw a few new ones. They were okay, but that drive-through one gets me every time, dude. And the cooking one, too. This one, oh my god. And it was so quick. Like, it was like hours. Like, maybe a few hours after this thing was leaked. And now they're already starting the memes. I mean, this is, I'm recording this like maybe 2 days after, but in other news, Nintendo is apparently trying to get 4K, telling developers to make their games 4K, possibly hinting at a Switch Pro in the future. Look out for that. It's probably, oh, look at Austin Evans. Probably gonna be in my next Tekken 2 video. So that's gonna do it for this quick update on the next generation of Microsoft. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to hit like and of course subscribe so you don't miss my fantastic videos in the future. Also, let me know what you think about Microsoft's next consoles. Will you be picking up a Series X for $599 or a Series S for $299 for yourself? Or are you going with Sony this time around? Leave a comment down below. I hope you all enjoyed and I will see you guys in the next video.